Hello there, and welcome back to Mega Man X2. In the last episode, we not only beat the first 3 Mavericks, but also beat all 3 X-Hunters, and got, got all of the upgrades in all 3 levels except the one at the beginning of Morphmoth's stage. And I know I said I was gonna go mostly in order, but I actually think I want to do Crystal Snail next. I don't have his weakness. He's weak to Magna Centipede's weapon. By the way, I'm not actually sure what the Japanese names for either Morphmoth or Crystal Snail are. But I'll have to look those up at some point, because I do want to mention those. But it's fine. I can't get this right now, so I'll come back for that. This is the first different kind of right arm in the series. This one, I used one in the Wheelgator stage, but I didn't think to mention much about it. But you charge the attack button. There's an attack button, for one. You charge it, they spin, and you'll charge forward and do a punch. That one seems kind of useless, but if you trigger that and you notice it breaks this, you can take it forward. It's an easy thing to miss. And actually, that's how you get to the mini-boss room for this level. Easier actually to take this, go over here, and break it by jumping up like that. But since I've already beat all the X-Hunters, it doesn't lead to anything. Keep getting damaged unnecessarily, but it's fine. I'm not going to be able to take the right armor past this part anyway, so. If you can get underneath them, when they fall on you, they'll break. As long as you're in the right armor. If you're by yourself, I believe they kill you in one hit. Mini-boss! This game has a lot more mini-bosses than the first game does. I don't know why I played that sound. So I like this one. It's a matter of just paying attention to where the shots are going to fire, where they bounce off from. Still easy to take a bunch of pot shots. But now that I got the body parts, I don't have to worry too much. There's energy core here. Oh, but you should wait till that falls, so that doesn't happen. Oh, I wanted that. That's fine. So, right here is the last light capsule. And this is definitely the least useful. The only thing the head parts do in this game is give you an ability you can use, which will show you where secrets are. Which sounds useful, but it's not that useful, because you still gotta know where the secret is located. It's not like the head parts in the next game, which are a little bit more useful. The real advantage to the head parts in this game is that they look awesome. I like the second armor a lot more than the first armor. The first one's classic, but I think the second armor looks way cooler. I love all the sort of jagged lines and the different colors. Well, they also do like another detail that Egoraptor mentions in his Sequelitis video is that your armor upgrades in Mega Man X1 actually make you look more like Zero, which I'm not certain is intentional, but it's a cool detail. It's a cool fact, even if it's not on purpose. This one, be careful, don't just fall down. It's a trap right before the end, too. But Crystal Snail is who I used to start with, so I always used to do the head parts first, which is definitely not that useful. I used to start with Crystal Snail and then do Overdrive Ostrich, whose Japanese name is Sonic Ostrig. But neither of their weapons are particularly useful for getting items. Oh. If you get hit by one of Crystal Snail's attacks, you get covered in crystal. He'll do 2 charges and then land. What's he gonna do? Okay, no, he's doing his normal charges. It's usually pretty easy to jump over the first 2. And you want to jump, you want to land below the top one. Like that. You fall through it, rather. Oof. So it's easy to get hit still. You gotta mash buttons to break free. His weakness is Magna Centipedes, but I actually... or Magna Centipedes weapon, whatever. But I actually don't think he's much easier with that. I think he's another one like that. Like the X-Hunters, where I don't... like, I kind of recommend using the X-Buster against him, because he's not that bad. When he gets low on health, like you saw, he'll, like, slow down time, which makes his attacks much harder to dodge, but it's still not too bad, especially if you got the body parts. If I didn't have the body parts and if I had no heart tanks there, I would have died, so... kind of a weird pick to go for first, for a number of reasons. His weapon is also probably the least useful, although there are specific parts where it's very useful. The Crystal Hunter. But so before I move on to one of the other boss fights, I'm going to go back to Morph Moth stage, because now I can get that first item that I missed. There's a lot more going back and forth in this game than the first one, because it's not possible to get... like, in the first game, there are a few upgrades that you need other abilities to get. But in this game, most of them require other abilities. Oh, that's not great. There we go. There's a life and a heart tank, which I'm now missing just 3, I think. Because one more will put me equal to my energy bar, and then the way to tell if you have all 8 heart tanks is that you'll be two tanks above the size of your weapon energy. Or 4 pegs. Yeah, because the only 2 I'm missing are Bubble Crab and Magna Centipede. Bubbly Crablos is his Japanese name. And his Japanese name might be my favorite. It's Magna Hyaku-legger, which means Hyaku's 100 in Japanese, so 100-legger. Wow. Wire Hetimarl, Hetimarl, I think is his Japanese name. I still can't remember Crystal Snails or Morph Moths. I'll look those up before the next episode. But I think next I have Overdrive Ostrich's weakness, I have Bubble Crab's weakness, and I have Magna Centipede's weakness. I think I'm going to do Overdrive Ostrich next. Since I've already done his level twice now, I just haven't beaten him. It'd be nice to get out of the way. The music of this game is really good, just like the first game, but I don't know the songs quite as well, because I haven't played it as much. Easily the Mega Man X games that I've played the most are 1 and 4. And then 5, probably? 3 is definitely the one I've played the least. And it's not my least favorite, but for reasons I'll get to when I get to it. I find it a little less fun to replay than some of the others. But we've already seen everything in this stage before, so I'm not gonna dwell too much. This is annoying. So when you're charging up, if you get to Scrap Shot, Silk Shot, it'll do a thing, and you can't scroll through anymore. That's only true for Silk Shot and Bubble Crab weapons. I'm misspeaking more than I'd like to be, but it's nice. That would look weird. Shot to the right and immediately turned left. Oh, something I love to do in this game. I can't demonstrate it now, so I'll wait to mention it. It involves the shutters. I'll wait to show it. I just mentioned it. That makes sense. Okay. So, Overdrive Ostrich's weakness is the Crystal Hunter. It's one of the few times you'll use it in the game. And generally what you want to do is not that. Use it on him. Oh my god. Come on. What I was trying to show is use it on him, be at a higher elevation, jump and use it again. If you do that, you can sort of stun lock him, well not really, because eventually you'll hit a higher elevation and you gotta actually dodge. But it's still a very useful trick to know. Oh, you can actually do it. I don't know if he's on the same elevation as you there, but it was closer. If you dash back like that, and if you dash to the left and then come back, you actually get up faster and still hit him, even if the distance is not as great. That was pretty good. And he gives you another very situational weapon. All of the special weapons in the first game are very useful. Most of them in this game, and in fact, most of them in most of the games, are pretty situational. There's usually one or two that are really pretty good, and the rest are kind of meh. Yeah, I'm actually going to do Wire Sponge next. Get the last level that I've actually been in out of the way before I did the last two. And again, I have no idea what his Japanese name means. Hetimarl? No clue. It might be some Japanese animal. Or not. They're not all named after animals. I'm trying to think of an example, because there's some later in the series that aren't named after living things at all. I think there's at least one, but I can't think of one. I could be wrong. Optic Sunflower is a weird pick, but sunflowers are still alive. So it's not that weird. Yeah, so we actually haven't seen much of the second half of this stage. Because obviously right down there is where I fought Agile. For these guys, I recommend kind of doing that. Charge shot and then dash in to get to reap the rewards. Because for whatever reason, those guys' drops, they just fall right through the platform. So actually, I can demonstrate some more things here. Crystal Snail will just freeze it. Ooh, it makes it misty. I forgot about that. Is there another crystal ball? There is. No, it just is rainy in this part. Yeah, I don't actually know what these guys do. Oh, they're lightning rods. So if you stand out in the rain, they'll get you with lightning. It's not bad damage either. The scrap shot doesn't do anything. Really, I thought that made it windy. Either makes it rain or I just triggered that by being nice to the end. I think we've seen everything from that. No, rain can be difficult because it pushes you back. But it's also useful, like back there, jumping up onto the thing. It can be useful to get up, as long as you're wanting to get up to the left. before he get it off. Wow, no. He had more health than I thought. Oh, well, that's sort of it. I like doing things in midair, because then it'll continue through. I just find that really funny. He is weak to the Sonic Slicer. Maybe you should just do normal shots, but charge shot's pretty good, I believe. Well, if you hit him, it is. Oh my god. Not that much better than a normal shot. It is better, though. After a while, he'll fill with rage, turn red, and start summoning lightning down. But if you use his weakness, it doesn't much matter. And in fact, if you kill him with a weakness, he gets cut. Oh, it's so cool. That doesn't happen if you beat him with the Buster. But alright, we're already down to 6 out of 8 Mavericks done. Nice. And his weapon is another situational weapon. It can grab items, which is pretty good, but it's not useful as a weapon, really. It is Wheelgator's weapon or weakness, but I think it's actively harder to use that against him than just normal charge shots. It's harder to hit him and still dodge. Bucket Bubble Crab. This level's kind of annoying because it has an item that requires Bubble Crab's weapon to get. So you can't get everything in one go here, no matter what other levels you've done. This is a really cool level. I really like the music. Oh, I was just looking at the color. Is that actually similar, or am I just stupid? No, I was seeing the green on the body. I think it was the green on the head. Gotcha. I realized I was saying the air dash is super useful, and I wasn't really using it for much. Right here is interesting. You're meant to land on this little platform, and it starts a little cutscene, but if you air dash over the left, you can actually get... Oh, I didn't do it. You can actually get over and down there. You're like guaranteed to get hit by him, but I still think it's funny to trigger the cutscene in a way that I don't think is intended. He comes out of that door, and if he hits you with the searchlight, he'll just summon a laser. Like so. It's not too hard to avoid, though. And this part... Oof, there we go. This is where the heart tank is. So now I'm missing 2. Crystal Snail. I can get Crystal Snail's heart tank now. I will do that after I am done with this level. I recommend mostly just ignoring him and moving on. This right here is where item is, I believe. Oh. But you jump higher. Oof, that's not great. You jump higher underwater, so. There are actually 2 ways to go. You can follow him up this way, or you can go down that way. I don't usually go this way, so I'll go and follow this. Oh, it leads to here, that's right. But now that he's here, I have to break his tail fin to get down there so I can hit. So that leads to the mini-boss room. But this is the normal path, which has these unique shutters, because it's an airlock. It's the only level in the game to have a different kind of shutter than the normal boss shutters. Though it does still have those. Aside from the mini-boss shutters, I realize, those are also in every stage, so... This is the only stage to have unique ones, but every stage has at least 2 types. Whatever. And that is where... Ow. It's hard to shoot him and get what he drops, but that's where the mini-boss room spits out. But, for instance, I like doing that. Although if you're on the ground, the animation will actually continue, so not quite as funny. Bubble Crab, I don't think is much easier with his weakness than without it, but I will demonstrate it here. There can only be one spin wheel on screen, so you have to place it really good if you want more than one hit. Usually I don't, so I just have to wait for it to despawn before I can attack again. It's really kind of annoying. If you hit him while he has the bubble open with the spin wheel, it will break it. Otherwise, normal Buster shots won't. But with or without his weakness, he's not too bad. He'd be a fine place to start. And his weapon's not too bad, at least the charge shot. But I still wouldn't recommend using him as your first tool. Oh, my neck is stiff. Ugh. That's kind of a weird color combo. Pink and yellow. I'm sure there's pink and yellow things that I like, but I can't think of anything right now. I like pink Starburst and yellow Laffy Taffy. Those are my favorite flavors of those two. But so, I'm gonna go here before I go get the heart tank from Crystal Snails. It's not too far into the stage, it's like halfway, I think. Nah, it's not worth life. I'm gonna be stopping between this and the next episode, so I'm not gonna... Those lives aren't gonna continue, but here we go. See if I can do it this time. There we go. You're stuck in place for the cutscene, and he'll definitely lazy. Oh, you can dodge, actually. You can get control right before it hits you. So it's still totally possible to dodge. But I just think it's fun to be in the cutscene down there. But you actually have to wait for him to get to this area for him to open the shutter. Oh, goddamn. Right here. What's it called? It is a bubble shield. The bubble shield is actually really useful. The charge shot is a continual shield, but it drains over time. It's really good, but it doesn't last super long. That's everything in this stage, though. Now for the heart tank Crystal Snails, and then that is everything in all the stages except for Magnus Centipedes. Prior to the Sigma stages, there's one secret in one of the Sigma stages. No, it's actually right here. I'm gonna bring... I forgot it was right at the beginning. Yeah, you wanna bring this over. No, you wanna dash, hover, jump, and then do that. Oh, so close. You want to use Wire Sponge's weapon, the Strike Chain, to get to the wall, because it'll pull you to a wall as well, as well as pull it over to you. So we need this right here, though. This is one of the harder ones to get. It's kind of like getting the arm parts in Flame Mammoth stage in the first game. Because that's another one that you can mess up. And though it doesn't kill you, if you mess it up, but if you break the platform, if you break the blocks, then you do have to exit the stage or kill yourself to get another try. There we go. And then, obviously, I can just exit the stage since I beat it before, but otherwise you wreck the platform back. These platforms that remind me of, classic Mega Man game has platforms like this. But alright. Eventually I would like to do the classic Mega Man games too. I'm just actually better at the X games. That's kind of where I wanted to start. But alright, so I believe we have every item prior to entering Mega Centipede stage. In the next game, it'll actually tell you once you get the head parts on the stage select, which is awesome. Especially because in that game there's a lot more to collect. Didn't do that quite right, but it's fine. Magna Hyaku Legger in Japan. You might notice this is the location of the X Hunters cutscene that shows up after you beat the second Maverick. Pretty cool, actually. These guys, if you shoot with a charged shot, your shield goes away and then you can hit them. You want to avoid these spotlights. They don't make the level, like, impossible or anything, but they do make it harder. And they actually make you... If you trigger it, then this thing will fall down, which you need to get up there. It's not too big a deal, you just come over here and then go back and reset it. But it's a minor inconvenience. Oh my god. You don't even really have to do it this way, but it's fine. There we go. There's the last heart tank. Full up. Only upgrade, only item left. It's upgrade, I guess. The sub tank. Feels weird to call it an upgrade. These guys, once you get to their area, they will move. I recommend just waiting until no more are moving. Usually. Right here, you want to hop up here or you'll get crushed. These things are great for item pickup, for pickup stuff. Here, I recommend jumping up. I just have them memorized. And this is probably the actual hardest collectible to get in the game. Come on. Oh, so close. I recommend switching off, shooting, and then getting back to it so you don't waste the actual shot. You can jump, air dash, and then do it, which might be easier. But I usually just do dash, jump, and then... Yeah, that worked well enough. There we go. Collected all the items now. And we're on the first mini-boss, which is another example of the wireframe. I know I said this game uses it several times, and it does. This just happens to be the first time we've seen it since the intro and title screen. There will be more. At least one more. The blade is immune to your shots. It's probably a special weapon that's good for him. But I usually just try to time my shots and then get behind him. He has a bunch of different attacks. Usually I don't see him for this long, so I haven't seen all these attacks recently. I'm gonna bump my mic with my head. I hope that didn't sound awful. Looks very Master Sword. This might be intentional. Ow. Yeah, I usually get hit by the searchlights here because it's way easier to just not worry about it. This part, you want to avoid the search thing. This is also where the mini-boss is. Each time you hit that, this mini-boss will get harder. In fact, I actually wanted to demonstrate, but I guess once you get up there, it stops appearing, so it's fine. He adds a few more attacks and he gets more health. It's not too bad. His color changes too. So he's green for me because I didn't get hit once. He'd be, I think, blue or red with one. And then I think it's the other one. Red or blue. And then purple, I think? think 3 times the maximum you can get hit, and he'll get upgraded. Probably isn't the best damage output. I'm not even sure if the green charge shot does any additional damage over a normal shot. I know in Mega Man 4 it doesn't. I think usually in the Classic series it doesn't. But I'm not sure in the S series. Usually for this part I just recommend charging forward. Okay, and we're on the last Maverick now. His weakness is the Silk Shot, and I do recommend it. I don't know if I recommend the Charge Shot. I don't know if I've ever used the Charge Shot against him. Because the way it works, though, I lost my charge there. You want to hit him once, it'll break his tail off, and then he can no longer hit you and weaken you. Yeah, I think this is good, because you can just... I don't think this is better than the alternative exactly, but... No, it's not. I'm just gonna do normal. Because of the way the Silk Shot fires, it goes diagonally, so it's actually really well suited to this fight. You can just stand in the middle and use it on the side opposite to where he spawns, and it'll almost always hit him. Without his weakness, though, I think Magnus Enemy is the hardest fight. Because he really weakens you with that tail. It slows you down. You might not be able to charge, I'm not sure, but it definitely makes it way harder. With the Silk Shot, he's not too bad, although I still got hit more than I probably should have. That's fine. Alright, that's 8 for 8. And the weapon that he gives you is also very situational. It's pretty good against Crystal Snail, but it's not too much better than a normal attack. But now we're talking to Dr. Kane, who doesn't appear very much in this series after this. And in the PSP remake, they actually killed him off before the first game, which is the remake of the second game. They only did one remake. But anyway, so that's the end of the 8 Mavericks. Got all the items, and in the next episode, we'll move on to the X-Hunter stages. I said Sigma stages. They're technically called X-Hunter stages, but I mean, look at the emblem. Surprise, whatever, it's fine. We'll get to it. Okay, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.